23rd of February, and I'm here at the Barcelona airport. I've gone through security and I'm checked in. I've got to go to the gate, which is gate R, for my flight. I'm having breakfast. I'm having breakfast at McDonald's at the airport. I'll show you what their breakfast is. A bacon McMuffin I got with French fries and a Coke Zero. So I'll let you take a look at it. And then the fries are there. And then in typical European fashion, no ice. So, okay, so I'm going to put you back on me. So, first part of my trip to Malta is hopefully going well. I've got notification my two bags are not with me, which obviously they wouldn't be because they're with the airplane on the way to get to the airport. And as I say, it's a 2-hour flight from here to Malta, and then we'll see what the adventure leads me there. Okay, take care, guys. 2 weeks ago, with a flight from Orange County to Miami, a cruise of 12 days across the sea to get to Barcelona, a night here at the hotel, and now my flight on Ryanair for the first time to take me to Malta. So the adventure continues, and we'll see where it takes us. Thanks, guys. We landed here now in Malta, and deplaned from the stairway onto a bus that will take us to the terminal. And hopefully you'll see behind me is the actual aircraft that flew us here. So here's my first start of maybe the rest of my life. I have meetings with the realtors tomorrow to start looking for a place to live, and then I have meetings with the lawyers and with banker. All right, Sunday, 23rd February, here in Malta. Guys, I'm here in Salima at the hotel, and I'm going to have to basically cut the sound out because there's music playing and it will get banned. So I will just go with the fact that I'll add the audio afterwards. But you can see behind me and they said it would be about 15 more minutes, and it's about 1 109, not exactly. I mean, it is exactly at 109. So I thought I'd go for a walk, take you with me. I'll go get something to eat, and then um, we'll see what there is to see here on the streets of Malta. Okay? I'm going to turn you around, and you can see what I'm seeing as I walk. So your first glimpse of Malta. If you look up there, that is what they call a typical Maltese balcony. It's an enclosed area, and it's got that sort of woodish and carved surface versus the open ones that you see are more modern ones, but Maltese ones are the ones that are closed and have windows type of thing. I've heard this, that they keep some of the faces of the older buildings, and then they redo everything inside new, but they want to keep the architecture of the original building as a front to the street. So that's pretty cool. Now we're going to turn left and go down towards the water. La Baguette Brothers. Go ahead. Go ahead. Thank you. Cool. Yeah, remember today is a little different than normal. Today is the marathon, so a lot of people you're going to see. I just raced the marathon because you'll see we're pretty close to where the finish line is. I'm hoping the place that I find to live is close enough to this area so that I can walk. You see where these people are walking? Be able to walk that as my exercise path. We'll hopefully find something in this area. This is the Slima area, and then it's the west facing side, because what you're seeing there is the capital, Valletta, and I would love to have a view that shows me Valletta. So we'll see how that plays out in my search. Okay, I'm going to turn you off now. So I'll look for a place to eat, and then we'll talk about it. Okay, so I was just editing the videos, and two things became pretty apparent. One is that there is no way that I can add sound into an area where I've removed the sound. And that's because I don't have all the components that I need. Some of them are back at home. So the views that you saw when I was taking it from the upstairs of the hotel was the Salima Creek, and then you were seeing on the left-hand side of the screen, in the far distance, Valletta itself, the capital, and the bastions that are there. And as I said later on in the video, that I'm really hoping to be able to have a view that has that. But then again, having a view of the Mediterranean itself, the more I think about it, that's not bad either. So we'll see how it plays out. But I definitely want to have a view of water. So whether it be the bay and seeing the capital across the bay or creek, and then Manola or Manel. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. It's Manuel, but I don't think it's as like manual. But it is a island that is off of the shoreline here in the east side. It doesn't touch Valletta itself. It's in between Valletta and the land here. So that's and it's nobody lives on there. Then then I went to lunch, and I did have lunch, and it was very good. And then I came back to the hotel. The room was ready. I came up to the room and got situated, and you're sort of seeing part of the room behind me now. So it's a nice room. It's on the 5th floor. The 10th floor is where the pool is, and that's where the video I took was from. And then I went to the mall. There's a mall that's fairly close. I mean, probably a half a mile away, and it's got a Nike store and clothing stores, electronic stores, and eating places and things like that, and a supermarket inside the mall. And I took a look at things. What do things cost? And it is less than the grocery shopping, in Orange County. And it had similar items. I mean, not identical items, but similar items. I looked at, how I would do spaghetti and how I would do frozen meals if they had those type of things, and they do. Then I looked at fresh vegetables, and that's significantly less than what we pay for in Orange County. They have a meat market, but it was closed, and therefore there was no meat that was there. But that's where the butcher was, and that. And then there was a bakery area where they had fresh loaves of bread that they had just made. So all in all, I was pleased, and again, being an English speaking country, I had no problems reading any of the signs and any of the labels and things like that. So that's a big plus. As I say, that was one of the challenges I really was concerned about. Could I learn it? Yeah, sure. Would I be integrated, immediately? No, because I'd have to struggle through the language thing. Then recently, I've seen some fantastic history stories about Malta that are on YouTube, and highly recommend that if you want to learn more about what I will be learning and wanting to go see, and the you know things that I can go see that predate Stonehenge and the pyramids. And you think about that and you say, wow, there was a civilization here that built things that are still there that predate, things that we take as being very far in the past. So I'm really excited about that. And then there was a story, and I'll get that information and put it into the description. Some of the names of the videos are, there are things that I won't ever see because the person that did the videos was, an archaeologist, and got, the University of Malta to take them and allow them to explore those things. And that's not for the normal, people. But again, it went over some of the history of the island and the country itself, and it's pretty amazing. So that's about it. I'm still a little bit more on California time than I am all the time that I should be, here. Even though it wasn't a fast jet lag change, it's still, for some reason, I don't go to bed when I'm supposed to be because I'm not tired. There's a clock in my head that's sort of working against me sleeping during the night and being awake, fully in the daytime. So I have to work through that. I think if there's anything else. Oh, again, the marathon today. So many people had their, still wearing the medals that they had just gotten, because, as I said, the finish line was pretty close to where I was when we were down on that area right by the ocean, or the ocean, but the creek area, and just thousands of people run the marathon here. So it's too bad that my marathon days are over, and that I won't be able to participate, even in the 2026 one, because there's no way I can run 26.2 miles anymore. Okay, so what else? That's about it. I can't think of anything else. Tomorrow is my first attempt at looking at some properties. I have a definite one at 5 p.m. With one of the penthouses. I believe it's a penthouse that overlooks the Mediterranean itself, and so we'll see how that looks. And we'll go from there. I found a couple that the realtor hasn't, listed for me. I'm going to bring those to his attention tomorrow and see if I can get him to set up a meeting with the realtor that has that listing, and go from there, and hopefully get a chance to see those units. One of them is in the area that would be farther down the boardwalk area that we were closer away, or farther away from Valletta, but still has a distant view of Valletta and that bay. It's closer to the marina, and when you get down to the other end of the bay, or the creek, there is a fantastic looking marina, and I would be about on the 5th floor looking down over the marina, so that might be a pretty good view. And there's one that is on the opposite side, again on the Mediterranean side, actually looking out into the Mediterranean. But there's a bay that comes off of the Mediterranean. It's called St. Gillian, and has a pretty nice view of that bay. So that's another possibility too. So we'll just see how it all plays. I mean, as I say, I got some things in my mind that says, these are must-haves. Like must have the ocean or the sea view, or water view. But there are other ones that are more flexible, and we'll see how that, whether we can work it all out, and then if, find the right property and it's available at the right time that I need it to be, then, we'll move forward. And as I say, I'm pretty confident now that I will find something that will meet my needs, and meet them well. So I definitely, when I get back in early March, need to put my house up for sale, and then get everything sold so that I can leave Southern California and head back to here, and hopefully into a place. But if not, then I'll stay at a hotel until I can find the right place, and then it will be just a simple move from a hotel into a rented unit. So okay, I'll let you go. Tomorrow I'll let you see some of the properties with me, and feel free to comment if you think the property looks good. Give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, don't give it a thumbs down, because that means you didn't like the video itself. But put in your comments that said, why would you want that type of unit, or what are you thinking, and things like that. So I love to hear your views about what I'm getting myself into. So feel free to comment and all that sort of stuff. Again, if this is somewhat interesting to you, give it a subscription by clicking on subscribe. And then it doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't cost me anything. I don't get any money for it. It just says that you're interested in it. And then if you hit the bell button, you'll be notified when I post a new one. Again, I'm trying to do one every day. Today was pretty, got really tough because it's past midnight now. And I, couldn't get to being able to actually do this. And then when I found out that, about the sound problem, then I really couldn't find a solution to how to make that work. So again, you'll see me moving my lips with nothing coming out, and no way that I can actually add sound to it. Though I did bring the microphone. I just don't have the ways to make that all work. So the microphone is sort of worthless without the other attachments and file making, software. So, okay. So thanks, guys. Have a good evening, or whenever you're seeing this.